Nah, man, I had to wear El Nino again. We made it through the hurricane, bro. It's that Nvidia anthem. Now we had Nvidia earnest. Bro, vibe with me, Chad. Listen. But they still grow. How they do that? Chad, they beat. It's real. It's real, Chad. Hold on. No. Cut it. Bro, listen. All right, Chad. We have a lot. I'm doing it different today. NVIDIA absolutely killed. Let me show you. Please hold. I'm sorry for wasting time. It's very simple. They came in. They absolutely killed it. $2 billion above the expectations. Remember, that was that 50%. And then their guidance was literally the highest out of any of the most pumpiest analysts you could think of. They came in 30% higher than the average and even $1 billion above that. Margin was up, expenses down. They even said they're repurchasing $25 billion, but no, look, bro, it gets even crazier. Data centers, gaming, expenses even went down, and like, it's simple but sweet. Cash from operations. They walked away with almost an additional $3 billion than anybody was expecting, and they expect it to continue. So it's very simple. This is what everybody cared about. Now we have it. So it's Kobe's birthday. So, like, let me show you some basketballs now, because then I'm just going to go over plays, because Jackson Hole, we have a burn one day, and that's it, man. That's it, Chad. So let's go. Let me show you. Wasn't kidding. I don't know what you thought, but, like, it really is Kobe's birthday, and, like, we have to. And then everybody, all they cared about was NVIDIA. We still have one more day, and honestly, my camera is about to die. So, like, you're going to be stuck with Josh, Computer Josh anyway. So I still got some good plays. We're going to go. Oh, I don't want to mess it up. I want you to see this one. Then we got this one. I don't know. You tell me who this is. Do you guys know who that is? I don't know if you can see. This is a very, very OG piece, man. There's a lot of history behind this one more. You know I like the basketball, so I got that to show you. Where's the other one? Hold on. It's really messy here. I mean, I'll show you anyways. I don't know what these are, but they look fancy. But I don't know why they're there. I got a cleaner, a Glade plug-in, and then boom! This one's not as cool, though. It's a Dior one. But, yeah, man, that's it. So we have a lot to talk about. You should be ready for Jackson Hole. I don't know if you don't like basketballs and all of that. It's Kobe's birthday. Honestly, rest in peace to GOAT, man. So let's go. I think it's not dying yet, so this is just getting awkward. And do you have forgiveness in your heart, my brother? I'm gonna just like interject with like random philo cutscenes. Brought to you by the trading fraternity.
Working to the couch, it's the 20 on the legs. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a live, but I still reinvest it. Feel how I feel, then you feel like it's a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down.
All right, man, forgive me for all the randomness. I was literally trying to kill the battery there, but like I said, there's really not much to talk about. NVIDIA was an absolute beat. What we are going to see tomorrow is all of the sympathy plays, Marvel down to AI. You just saw RX. It is going to be hot. I even made a play on Intel. We'll go over that. It's ending up coming back up, but the overall story, this was the first big event that we had, and it came in, and everything was good so far. So it won't be permanent. It all rests now in Jerome Powell's hands, but we were even talking about that kind of being the more easier bullish task to accomplish, surprisingly. So NVIDIA came in. They beat everything. It is all good news. You could say they saved the stock market, but now it is all about Powell. However, we get one day in between. So as far as even what happened today, it was like a real relief. What it really was the bonds. That's what I'm attributing it to, because even pre-market, there was European PMIs, and they came in really weak, and that got people buying the bonds. And our PMIs, they came in weak too, surprisingly, and that gave us a bid too. And if you really want to understand what's going on, it's very simple. Weak economic data is making the bonds catch a bid. The weaker the data, the lower the bond yields will go. Lately, you've been getting a lot of strong data mixed in with all of this. That's why when the data would be coming out, the bonds would sell off. When certain economic data was strong, bonds were selling off. But if there's been anything reactionary, this has definitely been something, and it did help lift stuff. It cooled off the banks, cooled off even some of the real estate stocks, but overall, and that was most of the day, but it was just all about NVIDIA, man. That's all it was, and now we got that out the way. So, Chad, I hope you are prepared with Jackson Hole. We've covered it many times. It's just the possibilities of what Powell says, and I will give you a great breakdown tomorrow. But now, Let us get into the plays. So, I think we talk about the plays. I mean, everybody was bringing this up, and we were talking. Yes, you could have played Nvidia before. You could wait till after, and there is that window from right when the release comes out to now the next following days. I remember they're last in the cycle, so there's only going to be like Marvel earnings next, but for the most part, it's really going to be all about them and people reacting, but now we know the info. It was as good as expected, and now it's even better than we imagined, which is surprising considering how much the stock has ran up. Now, eventually, you do have to ask the question, when does that become overvalued? And that is going to be a game of musical chairs. So what I'm talking about is the trade. So I ended up making a trade at 502. We were up on it. Now I'm back down as I'm filming this. I'm going to be trading this a lot over the coming days, or I am going to be going over the sympathy. So the first sympathy I took, I got 500 shares at 34.10, and then I got instantly clapped. I went for Intel. Why I went for them? They're the most beaten down chip maker out of any of them. Even Qualcomm, which has been pretty bad. I mean, Intel has been absolutely destroyed. Pull it out on any chart. They've already cut their dividend. They've done a lot of things, and their last earnings was very good. People were optimistic, but a lot of it was based off of data centers too. And some of this stuff, there could be some overlap, but for the most part, if anything, they are the cheapest one. If there is going to be general hype, it's not as if Intel didn't benefit off of the first run. So that's why I'm going with them. This is going to be a swing trade, maybe in and out a couple times, but I like the idea. I think all the other ones, we got to wait till there's a pullback, but I like Marvel. And somebody asked this today. I think this is the best thing to show. They're like, how do you know if it's a sympathy to Nvidia? It's very simple. All you got to do is pull up like one of these one-year charts and overlay the stock. So this is Nvidia over Marvel. I think all of the charts now probably matched up for the most part, even AMD. And you'll notice the closer they are, you can really tell how sympathetic it is towards the movements of Nvidia. So that's something I'd watch out for, but definitely this will be a big focus. All the news up until Powell. That's why I'm saying you want to see some basketballs or something, because you're going to have time, whether you like it or not. People are going to focus on this. And people asked me today about it, and I was even just saying it, even if they didn't ask. It's like, I believe a little bit more in Nvidia and AI now. This was a good sign. Did all of the companies show this? No, not at all, but there's something unique happening there. You could even call it fake if you want, but for the most part now, 2 quarters in a row, we're almost over a year now into this whole AI stuff. Like I was telling you, I was posting AI thumbnails last October, so we've came a long way. It's been a lot of time, and now this information, it does solidify some things. At the very least, you could justify Nvidia being one of the best this year, because this has been one of the best growth stories. I mean, they have something making money. So I'm excited to see where it goes, but definitely going to be a lot of trades there. That is play number 1. Then play number 2. I say it reluctantly because, man, these were so fun but so bad today. Ruckus and Itos. But the first one, Ruckus, I flipped it. I did 200 shares. I made like $200 off it. I flipped it for $1 per share off of the morning, and then I thought I'd get back in around like 23.70, and then it came down here a little bit, kind of bounced up, but it was good for most of the day. And why I played this is because Roche, is it Roche? Roche, you know Roche is a company you've probably heard of. They had a cancer drug. I don't know if this is the actual ticker. I think it's B something. There's another one. Is it BY? Yeah, this one right here. You can see how they jumped off the bottom, and this was because they had a cancer drug, and they said the data was accidentally released. So it was some sort of like blocker. I'm forgetting the name. I think it's associated with Itos. It's like a IT something blocker, and any of the drugs related to that, they went up, and it's crazy. If you look at the price, again, I hate the analysts, so you got to be careful. You don't listen to them too much, but it's just like overall, they had a lot of high price targets. These stocks were trading a lot higher. People are excited. Again, the cancer hype is there. They got good data. Some of these can move. So I ended up with 500 shares of Itos by the end of the day. I lost like $900 on it. I'm in at 1560. I'm still ready to buy more. I was going to wait. Eventually, I was going to keep buying throughout the day. I was like, man, it keeps breaking. Let me give it one more day, but definitely going to watch this. They could fade very quickly, so I don't know how confident I am in it, but I think Ruckus, they're a lot better. Even Gilead went up, and Ruckus is partnered with them, so I think it could be good, or at the very least, as people are focusing on other stuff, even before, after Powell, all of this, I've been liking the biotechs. I don't know. That's just been me, but that is play number 2, and then finally, play number 3, my friend. I made an option trade on this, and this is somewhat of a sympathy. It's more related to cloud and cybersecurity, but Snowflake. So their earnings weren't even that good. Their operating income ended up killing it, and then their guidance was a lot weaker. But I decided to go with an option, and why I went with an option, I was thinking shares, or I could have waited till after the play. And this is what I'm saying. That probably would have been the smartest move, because we could have got the data. Even if you wanted to get bullish ahead of Nvidia, you could have got it at the cheapest price of the day. This is that window I have been talking about, but I went for the options just because if I went with like 50, 25 shares, they could move $5 pretty quick. I spent $5 on an option in January. I grabbed the 225s. We've been dabbling with these a little bit. Like I'm saying, I think it meets the criteria. I don't think it was overpriced. It's a little further out the money, but you just need the stock to go up. The general logic, this is a big mover. Contract with time. There was the earnings. You could kind of see it had the pin, especially if you pull it up. You know what I'm saying? Last 2 years, almost same price. I kind of like that. So we've seen a lot of magic happen with other plays there, but thought it would be worth the risk. But then again, you need the earnings and you need the follow through. So we'll see how people play out tomorrow. And again, if they want to bring in any of that Nvidia hype, but for the most part, that's all I'm going to be watching. I sold out of the Kenview, $50 profit. I'm still in the Folk. What else? I closed the MES throughout the day. We had that came back to a profit. That was from the Fed minutes. I closed out of the wheat just under $1,000. I like it, but I don't like how it just, with any of the headlines, it just reminds me of how slow, weird, and controlled it is. But I will be looking for a double dip, but for the most part, thought I'd take profits because I was eyeballing the yen too, and I was like, I'd rather move it there, but then yen kind of took off. So going to keep watching that. We'll see where it takes us, but Chattadonia, that is everything else. Tomorrow should be a lot of excitement unless we wake up to anything crazy in Asia or Europe or any of that, but it should be a burn one day. Then we get Powell, and before you know it, the theme and where we close in August will materialize. Then it's all about the end of summer, and before you know it, it's winter, Halloween, Christmas, all of that in the new year, so I hope you're ready, but that's your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure hydrate, healthy, ready to go. Make sure post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you to remember, I told you I was going to hit you with these philo cutscenes, man. You got to forgive, bro. That's it. If you don't have peace, have you forgiven? That's it. If you got peace, if you got perfect peace right now, don't listen. This ain't about you. That's fine. I'm just saying. If you're not pursuing the highest form of peace, you won't feel peaceful. You feel bothered by things. Have you forgiven? I'm just saying, forgiveness is a very powerful thing. Amen. Amen. You know that? I even call homie Jake too afterwards, bro. He's forgiven. We good now too. So even no shade towards Jake too. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's love, dog. That's it. Amen. Enjoy it. Enjoy. We got a lot more and a longer journey to go, chat. So don't forget it. And that's it. I told you, and that's how I ended. I didn't plan for it to end like this. It's a little less. Why am I clawing at you? Arr. Is that okay? That was weird. I made it weird with the meow thing. That's, damn it, man. That's wasn't supposed to. I don't even know where that came from, bro. I'm just. All right, man. This is as awkward as it gets. I think that could take the cake as the most awkwardest one, man. That's it. We made it, bro. Through the hurricane, bro. They lied. What the El Nino, man. All right, man. That's it. I should go now. Yeah, I'm gonna go. All right. Yeah, you saw. I showed you the basketball. I did. Okay. All right. I'm just waiting until you leave. You like the video? Why not? I already knew. I said I've reminded you. It's okay. It's all love, forgiveness. Amen. That's it. Amen. See. All right, horn.